Good morning and welcome to the Moopsyverse, where we are reading up on the latest adventures of Will Smith. I have no idea what is going on. Do I need to read this, Taz, or should I watch it later?
I think it's like 30 minutes or so,
Oh, I'll
so
watch it later.
put it in the backpack for later.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but if you do consistently some of the most fun summer movies and then your ego takes over, boy, but I suppose it happens to a lot of people.
It's like they are old enough now to be not in need of the spotlight.
Some people are always in need of the spotlight. I think for a lot of people, we need it when we're younger. We want to be recognized for whatever, and I think it's healthy that you can succeed in doing something to the point that other people recognize it, whether that's something small like, "Oh, sweetie, that's a wonderful job of making your bed." I mean, praise is great for us. It really helps build our self-confidence, but sometimes it gets overwhelming and you never get out of that 4-year-old mentality, which I think might
Ah,
be the case here.
Who has 4-year-old mentality?
People in Hollywood, specifically Will
Apparently.
Smith and his wife. But I don't know the full
Oh God.
story. But I think a lot of actors and actresses are that way. They are not weak, but non-confident, unconfident.
About as full of themselves as a matryoshka doll.
That is brilliant. I've never heard that before. No, you're not coming up here, little one. You're full of yourself, but that's because you're a pain in the butt. Yeah, I just find it interesting. And then I think, the Hollywood people that people go, oh, he's so nice and he's so polite. And I'll reference like Keanu Reeves here, tend to be really popular and well accepted because they're not so self focused. But at the same time, we also find that super surprising. He's not a horse's patoot. How cool is that? So, I do not know. By the way, we apparently have a junior officer appreciation event going on right now. And we also have an Endeavor Week going on right now. Or weekend, I'm not sure which. Good morning, Death. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
Doing good. Oh, so
I'm
according
still.
to this, we have an R&D weekend going on through the 8th. According to the splash page, we have an Endeavor weekend going on. And according to being down here at Starfleet Academy, we have the Junior Appreciation event, Junior Officer Appreciation event. So we're back to Cryptic's old thing of the information on the upcoming page doesn't sync with anything else. But what the heck?
I was waiting when we'll get back to business as
We're
usual.
we're back. We are back. We're
We are so
back.
back.
So, from what I gather, some of this is still coming out from the people who came over from Decca. So that explains a lot of the typos that we're getting. It's people who don't primarily speak English as their first language, and to which somebody said, you could have somebody proofread it before you post it. Good idea. We could do that. Yep. So we will see what happens.
Would be my fellow sauerkraut golems, and about 40% of the population speak passable English.
Oh yeah, but
Most
it's
of those speak in that weird German accent that we see in Hollywood movies whenever German characters are on screen.
well, a lot of the typos are just small things that an American would catch, but probably nobody else would catch, like a difference. Well, maybe not even a typo, but the use of the wrong preposition. So the word might be in, but it should be by. And while it's okay, it's just not quite right. And then other things are just flat out typos. Damage should have been defense or something. It's just the wrong word got put in. So yeah, having somebody proofread it would be a brilliant idea. Actually, it's one way I can usually tell when AI is going on and is being translated directly from Japanese in some of the videos I watch. It's very clearly Japanese customs and morals going on that's being talked about in the story. but you catch little things where the prepositions are wrong, and a few other little details that it's not somebody who's a native English speaker. Or if they are, they're not very good at it, because let's be honest, not every American speaks good English.
That was just unpatriotic for you to say.
Hey, just honest. My mom was an English teacher, and even I don't speak good English, but she was very, very precise in what she tried to teach us. But at some point, I think even she rolled her eyes up and went, "No, fine, you can make yourself understood. We're good enough." Let's see. So today I have repair shields in space, Polaron damage in space, and defeat Tholians on Nukara. Wow, how exciting. Let me go find a tune that's got some Polarons. Who's got Polarons? I did start a new Gem Hadar, but I haven't done anything with them
What?
yet. For the Gem Hadar thing, because I wanted the extra character slot. Not that I need it. Where did I put him? There he is, Ratatata. Who else has got Polarons? Seriously?
Ratatata makes great music.
It's a great song, yeah.
Have you heard Wildcat?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Ratatat, Wildcat. Oh my god, it's so good. It's, yeah.
Mine was a reference to Baby Metal.
Oh,
That's what I was listening to when I was making up the characters last night. That and what else was I listening to? Headbanger, Gimme Chocolate, and I can't remember the fourth song. I only was running a short playlist last night. All right, do I have Polarons on this ship? I have Polarons. All right, I have stuff. What are we doing, folks?
I just saw the message from you yesterday. Where did I put that?
Log into ARC.
Like on the website?
Yeah, onto the website. Then there is go to what it shows as redeem codes. Put it into
Ah,
there. The next time you log into your tune, it will appear in the promotions tab. Some of them
okay.
worked, not all of them worked. So let me know if it doesn't work. Mine did not work, which I found interesting.
Mine worked.
Okay.
So I have to log in from the beginning after using it to
Yeah.
actually see if it worked?
Yeah, so you can just wait till the next time you do it, or if you want to do it right now, that's fine too. It's nothing amazing.
Just out of curiosity. So what were you discussing when it was I came in? I didn't want to interrupt.
Will Smith.
In what context? I haven't heard
Jada
anything about
Pinkett
him.
Smith.
Actually, his wife.
Isn't he still excommunicated from parties because of the slap he did at the Oscars or something?
Probably. But we come into the... It's been so long since he's done a big movie, I don't think anybody cares anymore.
Here's hoping. I never cared for him. Like I never understood why he's big. Like who cast him in the role of Genie in the remake of Aladdin? It is beyond me.
Yeah, but that's when that's still after his prime. If you go way back to like, what was his first big movie? It wasn't Men in Black. It was it Independence Day?
Independence Day.
Yeah,
Yes.
Independence Day and then Men in Black, both of which were great. And
Yeah, Independence Day was fine.
he was good, and you know, Men in Black was
I
good.
don't care for the movie, but yeah, it was okay. It's a weird movie.
Considering it's
fine.
one of his launch pads, I can't understand why he didn't sign up for Independence Day 2.
Because it was a terrible movie.
Yeah, because he wasn't in it.
Oh, it was
and
terrible
they
for a
had to
lot of
leave
reasons.
He wouldn't have saved
Hey.
it. No.
Yeah, no. That was a movie that really didn't need a sequel. Ran out the idea, ran through. It's like Pacific Rim. We did the whole thing. We could just stop right there. We're good. Taz, did you log
Yeah,
out?
Potato dumplings.
Oh, okay. As long as it's for a higher priority
whatever it
thing.
is.
Chris, I sent you a party invitation there.
I got it.
And what's the hell? Party invitation on the way.
I cannot accept. Wait, what?
What?
Hmm.
Well, other than pull around damage and repair shields, I don't have anything specific I need to do. Does anyone have stuff they need to do this morning to chunk through some endeavors?
Eat
Mm.
I
potato.
need to kill 30 Tholian ships.
30 Tholian ships. Would you like to do Archer?
I would love to do
Sure,
Archer.
why
I
not?
have harvest materials in space ×1, and Archer is perfect for that purpose.
Perfect. Let us go off on our way to Archer. And hopefully I've got that there. Maybe I don't. Fine, we'll take it out there. So I did get the harvest materials on ground yesterday, which is a perfect use for the rocket model thing, because when you do the adjust parts at the end, every time you do that, it counts.
How's that?
Oh, hey, click on the letter M and look at the map, everyone.
But
Pick out a star and just mouse over the star.
click here to set course.
Yeah, up till now it's just said Archer system or Phoeben system. Now they've changed it with click to set course to that system. That's
Oh,
So
new.
they added
That's
more
useful.
clicks for us to get to where we want.
The
No,
same
no.
amount of clicks, it's just described differently.
Yeah, it doesn't just say it. It gives the click to set course.
It's explanatory what it actually does instead of just giving you the name. I think it's useful for newcomers and
It
people that have
absolutely
been
is
out of the
useful
game
for
for quite a
newcomers.
long time.
Yeah.
If you go up in the right corner, does it still say Q for STFQ?
In the right corner of...
What?
Go north from... is it Archer? Yeah, go north from Archer. There is a STFQ node.
I don't see it.
You have to fly past it. It
Oh.
doesn't show on the map.
Okay.
But we're talking about the map, not space.
Okay,
in
I'm at
general.
Archer.
Yeah, there is a fluidic space fleet action.
Yes.
Wow, that's old.
That is very
So-
old indeed, yes.
I'm just saying they don't deserve praise until they fix stuff that is nearly 15 years old and still broken.
I'm going to put the
Well,
idea out
I
there.
recently, the mission there, you get the Borg off.
Well, what would it put you in a queue
Had
for?
been buggy for years.
I'm going into Archer.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I would be happy if they'd start fixing old stuff, but I also have learned that some of the really old bugs are so deeply intertwined with the code. Chris, you joining us? There you are. That,
I
If
am
you
just
fix the old codes, you totally break the new game.
yeah. Sad but true.
That is a serious issue.
Well,
When
my
your
s-
game is running off broken code and that broken code is keeping the rest of the game stitched together, you have a giant problem.
Yeah, it will be a big process to fix it all, and I don't know if they're going to even attempt to do it. But for things like,
I can already tell you they won't.
hey, if somebody came by and said, I have money for you, can you fix that?
No.
Then we come to the next big issue of how long does the fix take?
I'm wondering if this is even if
It
this
would be
ever has
easier
been a
to-
money issue.
It would be easier to swap out the game engine and start on Unreal 2
Yeah, that
than
would be
it would
great.
be to try and fix those old errors.
Well, they've talked about that and why it's not logistically feasible, which is basically they can't swap everybody over to the new one. You'd have to restart, and people don't want to restart. They would rather
You mean
play a
restart?
broken game.
Why?
Well,
Why do you have to restart?
that's what they've said. I'm just telling you what I've heard from them. Did you get your ships?
That's because they are not willing to
Yes.
do the coding part.
Right, but like I said, Give somebody enough money where they are willing to or able to hire on people to go do it. They could. I gotta change that audio. It's so loud.
We'd need 1,000 people for 1,000 years.
Yeah, well, here's the money. Here's your 1,000 people for a 1,000-year budget. Fix my game. I haven't got that kind of money, but if I did, I would find a way to do it. I was telling my son, he's like, "Do you think they'll ever bring back the
I
Foundry?"
don't know if
And
all
I'm,
that money would be more worth in just designing a new game from scratch.
yeah,
Yep.
but
Not even with Cryptic, just in general. Like, get these 1,000 people a job for a number of years by making them design a completely brand new game from scratch without all those intertwined
you want this
stuff that's
game.
been there in the background. I mean, they could make the game that's very much like this,
I
but
want
less
this.
buggy,
That would be really nice.
because the spaghetti of the code
Yeah.
is not there.
Oh, agreed. What's next?
I've
Well,
got
I got
Zinketti
all of
playing
my
twice.
endeavors.
I didn't get anything on my repair shields in space because we weren't there long enough.
Thorians don't really do much damage to shields anymore, even though
Yes.
they use Tetrion damage. I need Zinketti ships. Their Tetrion weapons are much better for the shields. So we
Oh,
could
Hell
go
says
for
there's an old
Zinketti
saying,
front.
if it's not completely broken, don't fix it to save money. Yeah, but at the same time, my house isn't broken, but I keep fixing it because I'm living here and I want to live in a house that I like and not just feel like I'm living here until I'm dead.
Plus, you're still considering maybe you might be selling it, so you might increase
Well,
its value by fixing the issues that might
if I don't
devaluate it in the
if I don't
future.
sell it while I'm alive, then my son will have to sell it after I'm not alive. And I would rather he be able to walk in here and go, okay, we need to hang some new curtains and clean the place, and it's on the market, as opposed to, oh my God, I need so much stuff.
You have to do the entire renovation, as some people have to.
Yeah, I sold my last house as is, and because of the housing market, I was able to get good money. But if I had spent $10,000 to have it completely repainted and new carpeting put in, I probably could have made that back plus some. But my real estate guy's like, yep, or you can sell it right now, lose the $20,000 you could have made, and be out of here tomorrow. Oh, okay, that's
Yes,
valid.
that sounds like a good idea.
It was a good idea. The people who bought it, because I still have my brother-in-law living next door, and he's watched them. They've been there 2 years, and they're still working on the house, which of course feels right, because I'm still working on my house.
Yeah, when I was selling the apartment I got after my grandma, I was like, yeah, I want to get out of here ASAP, not just renovate. And I actually got a good deed because they had cash,
Mm-hmm.
the entire cost of it. It wasn't like, oh, they need a loan or anything. They had cash, and they wanted to renovate it to their standard, whatever they wanted
Yeah.
to. And the apartment was in a great condition for that purpose. So I'm like, yeah, go have at it.
Well,
I'm getting out of here.
the people who were selling this house during the, I know Death knows about this and what was happening with the housing market about 2 years ago, where houses were on the market for 5 minutes and selling for over asking price. This house had been sitting there for 6 months during that market, which means it was way overpriced for what it was. And after I had the house inspected, it was basically in good shape, but it needed some work. And we were able to take the price down by about 20% because of all the work that needed to be done. But at that time, for a house that was within ballpark to not sell was weird. I mean, even right now, the house down the street that there was an elderly couple living there, and the husband passed away, and the kids put mom into a seniors home. But it took them 6 months to get the house renovated to where it could sell, and even after it went into pending sale, they still had to put on a brand new roof. So, I'm finding it's cheaper to just keep up with the maintenance rather than waiting for it to turn into a disaster. So what are we doing next?
You could do Zinketti front since I've got Zinketti.
Sure, Zinketti front. I will cue that up. Oh, Hell
Eating
says,
potato dumplings.
Oh, hell yes, somebody did pass in the house. He was on hospice, so it wasn't a matter of something horrible. Oh, you mean in my house or in the house down the street? House down the street, yes, he did pass in the house. Weeboo?
We
Weebo.
were,
We
So I noticed that for like 8 months they had nursing care, so they would just put the dog out in the front yard on a leash to take care of dog business and not give her a proper walk, which I get. You get older, that happens. So I went over and offered to walk the dog every day because the kids could only come over like 2 or 3 times a week to walk the dog. I'm walking my dog, so I can take her out too. Turns out she had uh, ligament damage in her knee. What is that? An ACL injury. So she couldn't be walked. She had to just be let out. And she was getting as old as they were, and they're like, no, that's okay. She's fine.
oh,
Sweet little doggy, though.
poor baby.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, also a case on TikTok where a dog had what's it called? Spinal cramp or
I don't know.
something. Um, it's a thing that technically paralyzes the dog completely, and there was a story of I think it was a Labrador. I think it looked like a Labrador, completely unable to move. But they
Oh,
worked for like months with
oh
rehabilitation
my gosh.
and yeah, the dog is actually able to sustain itself on the paws and walk around.
Oh my.
And that was such a really hopeful, beautiful story when they really just showed that the process of doctors, visits, rehabilitation. I think they were doing the water walkway.
Uh-huh.
You know what you call it, the
Yep.
treadmill.
Hydrotherapy.
Yeah, hydrotherapy. I have that actually in my vet as well here, so it does work miracles actually. And yeah, it worked. The
Apparently I
dog
have
isn't
not.
actually maybe running as it used to, but it's still not doesn't need a wheelchair anymore. Doesn't need to be carried. And I was like, yeah, well they're with us no matter what. So it's a nice return that they were with the dog no matter what.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Did see a
Ah,
TikTok once where they had a dog with a compression fracture in a vertebrae,
Oh, oh,
and the spine was mangled, and so they built a dog a little wheelchair
oh yeah.
and put him on a cart.
Old doggy wheelchairs are a thing. They're kind of adorable. So on a dog-related but not injury-related thing, I was watching a TikTok or YouTube Shorts or whatever they are of some basset hounds doing a race. You know how they'll put 4 dogs off and let them race down the raceway. And they got down, oh, maybe 40 feet, and one stopped and looked at the others and started barking and playing, and the others stopped and said, oh, yeah, we can just bark and play. So much for the race.
Basset hounds aren't exactly masters of running
No,
either,
they
right?
are not. It's more like the doit, the doit, the doit, the doit, the doit. But they were adorable. Which is, after all, their job, being adorable. So, Death, what have you got on your list of things you need to kill, destroy, do today?
already got one done. The dreadnoughts and salvage, and I still got to go down to Both and kill a dinosaur.
Yep. I was down there yesterday during 10 Forward because didn't really care about watching the ships too much. So I got down there, and as I'm listening to 10 Forward, I'm just trying to kill off quadrants so somebody can get the dinosaurs to go. Since I'd already
Oh,
got
that's
mine.
right. That thing is an endeavor.
Yeah, the new endeavor I need to take a look at. See if this person takes the bomb. They are not. Okay. I got a bomb. I'm going to the bottom one. 2 of us have bombs. Ooh. Good morning, WulfeGrey. Yeah, someone said floppy ears. We were talking about basset hounds. My neighbors behind me have 2 basset hounds. who again just go gloom, 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 and come over to bark at my dogs.
Hmm.
They're adorable. The other person's also coming over here right now. Okay, fine. I'll go up to the one where the dreadnought's going to be. They can take that one. WulfeGrey, Chris was telling us about you guys doing Days of Doom. I want to hear about that build more. I sent you a message.
Yep.
I'm like, yes, I want to hear about this. That sounds like the most awesome way to handle Days of Doom. And we got into a chatter the other day about different ways to tackle games. And I'm thinking that is the way I want to play Days of Doom. Just go in there, keep the Dreadnought from doing anything.
There's someone here with a bomb.
I'm over here where the Dreadnought's going to launch, and I've got a bomb. I just need to clear out some of that stuff.
And there's all one there. Yeah, got enough bombs here.
Oh my gosh! WulfeGrey's raiding with a party of 25. Holy moly! Thank you,
Oh, goodness.
WulfeGrey. Wow, appreciate that. And thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, no worries about life. Life happens. One of these days it'll get quiet. Oh great, now the Dreadnought appears. Let's see if I can launch this thing while you guys are tackling the Dreadnought. Hey! Hi, Break the Box. How you doing?
I overate.
Shocking.
So we did get into
I
a little
will.
bit of a chatter about now that most of us have been playing for a long time and sometimes there's a sameness that kind of pops up to stuff. What are different / more fun ways of, doing as TFOs? I was going to call them STFs. Boy, that ages me real fast. And how do we keep making it fun? Oh, I'm sorry, Break the
Make
Box.
themed builds.
Theme builds are one thing, but what's the most goofy way to accomplish something? So our going down to play the first contact one with 7 of 9, but you can only take a melee weapon, no shields, no armor, no devices, no nothing.
What?
Fun stuff.
That's not fun stuff, Mom.
Yes, that was fun.
That's
That was really
stupid.
fun. That was a lot of fun. Presidential hand axe, Lex knives, it was good. Well, Break the Box, I am sorry that it's been not the best for you.
In the same vein, go annoy 7 of 9 in that same TFO by using only explosives.
That would be fun. Just blowing up the propane tanks.
Blow up everything. Use grenades, use mines, and splinter everything with technology that will have 7 of 9 clean up the joint for years.
Do torpedoes count as explosives? If you can get a torpedo on the ground, sure. I'm not quite sure how you're going to do that, but that's a fun one.
There are
It's
wrist launched
supposed to
torpedoes.
photon burst. The
There's a
photon
photon
burst
and
would
the
count, I
chronoton as
suppose.
well.
But those are mines.
No, there are wrist launched torpedoes that you can get out of the reputation.
Ooh. Fun. WulfeGrey says his build's got enough unfinished stuff on it that the diehards would cause more grief than not. We're not the diehards here. We are definitely not those people. I mean, we might have some people who are well enough educated to be diehards, but they're not because they're nice people. And the rest of us are like, ooh. Hi, Exismer. They're going to be made in factories, most likely on the ground. Okay. Yes, but it's when they go bluey that makes it fun. Okay, so the torps are like the astrophages blowing up the rocket or the station on the ground. That was a cool scene. Oh, we need astrophages on this. I just thought we could have some fun.
Hmm. Could also do a pet build on ground, I suppose. We we do have enough universal kit modules that give us certain pets
Yeah, but then you're
and
using.
also devices.
Yeah, but no devices, no modules. Just you naked and afraid and tackling the Borg. Much fun. Actually, it went surprisingly well. Because most people were using with melee weapons. You don't have a problem with Borg shields. You don't have to worry about remodulation. It just gets fun. And I think no, we had modules when we were doing corruption a couple weeks ago. But it's fun. Let's see. It was funny. No one ran cores, and Doom Machine made progress of one segment of the barn. Only got that far because I stopped to type. Yep. Fun builds.
Yeah, I was personally impressed with that. I've never seen anyone do that, so to me it looked like a miracle, like magic.
All right. What next, folks? Did I get anything for my shields on that one? Nope. Still nothing on shields. I guess I'll have to grab my bad
How
tune.
come I got so much damage to my shields in that one?
I
I
did
didn't
no
get
repair
anything.
shields. 0.
Damn.
And that's okay. I'll go off and do it later.
We will have to do a Borg TFO.
Well,
Oh,
Work TFO will do it. Whichever.
I'm
Yeah.
fine with that one. Do we care which one?
Not really.
Guillotine?
Well, to ensure it, we could do guillotine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, guillotine. Yay. Go. So back in the day, WulfeGrey, we were doing the Vault, the TFO, not the episode. And I'll call it the team leader, but it was a pug. Before it started, when we had that warm-up time, we sent a message to everyone going, hey, do you know how to do this? And most people are like, no. He goes, okay, this is what we're going to do. And he had it all typed out in advance, just cut and pasted. Oh, I'm sorry, Cliff, I just saw you. So next one, I'll grab you and pull you in. And he was sending out messages. Okay, we're all going to go do this. We're all going to go do that. We're all going to go do this. It was so nice to have somebody who's really sure he knew how everything needed to go. And
He was prepared to explain it.
I must have had the dialogue all set to go because it was just, here, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. He couldn't have been typing it that quickly and still doing all the pew-pew. But
I probably
way
had it.
back in the
Yeah.
day, Ron used to do Sunday afternoon training sessions where this is when the Borg TFOs, the ground ones, were a big thing. And he would walk us through the whole TFO, step by step by step, so we could go down there and have fun. Ron, I know you're still out there playing because I saw your name the other day. Thank you for those Sundays. I don't know if he's from Temporal Task Force. I think he's under Captain Ronnie these days.
The old infected ground version is
Yeah.
a bit difficult without explanation.
Yep. And we'd be racing, and he's like, no. Back, everybody back. Don't go racing into rooms. But we would meet on Ryza and just sit there, and he would make sure we had decent equipment and get enough people in to do a party. It could still be him then. He used to be in one of my fleets. I don't know if he still is. Probably not in the Screaming Leaders. Ooh, I have to go through this. There's people in the Screaming Leaders who have not been here since we formed the Screaming Leaders. Who's Lola?
I am.
You are?
Yeah.
No, I meant from WulfeGrey. He's going, then he met Lola, one of WulfeGrey's tunes.
Yo!
His name was Lola.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this literally just what came to my brain.
What, pray tell, is a cuff build? Oh, off the cuff. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't plan a lot of things. It's a game. I don't have to plan things all the time.
Playing in the video game?
Yes, video games are games.
But planning in them?
Not me.
Hmm.
No planning here.
I was gonna say.
Break the Box says, and quite correctly, this video game feels like a job sometimes. Yes. Yes, it does, and it's one reason I kind of stepped back for the last couple of months. I had
Yeah, I'm only doing the mornings with you guys.
real life had just gotten in the way of my gaming. I think I've bemoaned this a couple of times. I don't know how I used to work full time. My son was still in school. I was working full time, more than full time, and still managed to play like 4 or 5 hours a day and do fun stuff like videos and other things. And now it's, if I have time to play this in 1 hour a day, that's it. I just don't know how I had time back then. It's like I'm going for 6, it's like there's
Zone
4
5.
hours in a day. You can't take 5, that's Italia's.
Well, I'm there, so that is not.
It's Italia.
What you gonna do? Report me?
Yeah, I'll tell her.
Snitches get stitches, that's all I gotta say. Well, in this case, Snitchamites gets little nanites. And they're not coming from 7.
Nanites not from satellites?
No, not from 7, I mean.
Ah.
What do you mean you're flying? You're not flying anywhere, Adapter. What is Woods the hell doing?
I don't know.
The AFK or something?
Ooh! I don't know.
He's at the very far end of the map, 80 kilometers away from any points.
Maybe he lost internet because he's not in chat or talking in chat
Oh.
at the moment.
Disappeared. Might be just disconnected about a second. 5 is complete. How are your shields, Mom?
Well, they're completely healed because I was sitting here taking so much damage that I dropped a shield generator.
So you got your healing done then?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like nothing done.
Hmm.
It's fine.
Word will do it.
Well, it looks like what's the hell's back.
I'm gonna make the Chris Hemsworth meme. Is he though?
Okay, I don't get the reference. I know who Chris Hemsworth is, but I don't get the reference.
He has a Thor meme that is running on the internet when he does this squint face. Does he though? It's exactly from a scene where he says that and kind of stuck around.
For some reason, all the Avengers movies just kind of aren't in my brain. I watched them, and they're just like not there anymore.
But that's a staple of Marvel movies. They're forgettable.
Ah, okay, good. Then I did it right.
I mean, if that's what they were aiming for, then yeah.
And I have absolutely zero desire to see whatever the new one is.
I don't remember the scene. I just know the meme because I've seen it so many times on the internet. But that's not not due to the movie at all.
Well, WulfeGrey, you go get some sleep. We will be here whenever you want to come play builds with us and share the love and your knowledge and wisdom. We look forward to it. And no hurry. But I'm really curious to see that one.
See what? the
WulfeGrey's
build?
build, yeah. See, I want to go play that with Days of Doom. Then we have to figure out a better way to do gravity kills. Somebody was suggesting a build that basically pushes, or a setup that pushes everything, all the Zenkethi, into the black hole, and then you can just pick up the particles at will. I think that's a fun way to approach that one.
Yeah, if you crank up the graviton generators or whatever, the
Somebody was suggesting repulsor beams.
repulsor beams on 3 with some buffs that enhance this.
I'm going over to 4 to start it up, since we got 3 running. 2's almost done. Yeah, if you
Just done
can
with the
make the
simulator
TFOs that aren't popular fun.
in a different way, then why
Yeah,
not?
exactly. Well, any way to make them fun. But yeah, I hate getting
Not a different
spaghettified.
way than pew-pew. My recipe for gravity kills is ignore the other ships.
The Zenkethi
I'm
ships are the
ignoring
other players.
the Zenkethi ships are trying to fire upon me at the station. I just ignore them. I don't fire anything. I approach my ship. I gather the particle. I usually bring a ship that has a battle cloak, so you can
Oh, that's
bring
a
I
good
don't
way.
know
Yeah, I
the
just
Connie
fly
3.
through them most of the time and
Yeah.
have fire at will activated or something. And they die or they don't. Yeah, eventually they die, I suppose.
Well, the fastest way is that I just don't engage with them at all when it comes to fighting. I snatch the particle, I cloak, and I move to the Jupiter, and then I deliver it and just run it a few times.
Cliff points
Doesn't
out
usually even
correctly,
get
if everyone just
close.
did that, it would take half the time. The problem is they keep shooting the ships. Yes, because we're very trained to play pew-pew.
Yeah.
What do you mean we don't have to pew-pew in Stowe? What heresy is this?
There's some assimilators out there, folks, if people want to go assimilate.
I don't think I'll make it in time. Oh wait, actually.
Break the Box says, people who DPS chase on gravity kills make me so angry. Yeah! Yeah, you do not
Yeah,
need
why
to...
are they there? Yeah. Oh, someone got to it, never mind.
That should do it.
4 is almost done here. Somehow
Where
I'm
you
still
going,
not getting any of my
step-adapter?
Tholian kills. Why? Just because they're ground Tholians and I'm in space and these aren't Tholians, I still should be getting points for my kills. There could be Tholians on there. You never know.
Tholian ships, what if they're kidnapped Tholian ship but don't have Tholians on board?
What if they're simulated Tholians? Don't I get counted for that?
Are
All
Tholians assimilatable?
Nausicaan mercenaries.
Yeah, we should get points for these things. You never know.
I'm curious whether Tholians are even assimilatable, like if they're possible to be assimilated.
Well, in theory,
Because they have no biological component, and the Borg infect biological beings with nanites, but there is nothing to run the nanites through because they're composed of crystalline, like, matter.
well, with the exception of a single appearance in a plot, 8472 aren't assimilatable either, except when they are for the purpose of a story.
They are not assimilatable because of their biology being so advanced and so aggressive by design, but it could have been overcome. It's just that Borg needed more time to try to bite at it. They were biological beings. But Tholians aren't technically fully biological. They're not carbon-based anyway.
What are they based on then? Oh yeah.
Crystalline. They're some sort of
You
crystalline
You can
species.
crystalline carbon. We call it diamonds.
Yeah, but they're not made out of diamonds. They're made of a specific
But my
component.
point
I don't
is,
know what
you
it
can
is.
turn carbon into a crystal form. An assimilated Tholian would be scary. Yes, it would. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh, that's what they need to do to wrap up this current arc, is they need to have the Tholians getting Borgified. Because I have no idea
no more
how they're going to...
Borgification.
I have no idea how they're going to wrap up this storyline. It is just all over the place. I mean, we started out with Tholians. Now I don't even remember the most recent. Oh, we've got Chimera now. And I'm not complaining. I'm enjoying it, but it just keeps going and going and going. It is the Energizer Bunny of storylines. Oh, still got more? Oh, all gone.
Do it.
Cliff, as soon as we're out of here, I will grab you and we can keep chonking away at endeavors for a little
We're
bit.
done here.
What was I going to say? I was going to go look at this. Universal Forge. It's forged in fire.
Ugh.
Again, Forged in Fire, you get a team that knows what it's doing. It's great, but generally everybody just goes in there and randomly pew-pews the heck out of everything, so you can't get all your various and sundry little ones to go with it. The story feels like an Avengers movie with all the cameos. Hey! Good one. Yes.
Don't. I would say it's still better than the Avengers because they have cameos for the sake of cameos. We don't have that here.
Okay, Cliff Party invitation is on its way. What next, good people? What next?
That is all done.
Death, are your endeavors handled for the ones that we can do?
Yeah, I just need salvage now, so it's whatever.
Okay, let's see. Chris, what have you got?
I'm done with everything.
Okay, so it's up to you, Cliff. Do you remember the episode from TOS era where Kirk and Spock think they're protecting these backwards people and they're no longer, and they were in no danger from them, the Klingons? Are you talking about the Organians? It's not Omega Glory. What is the name of that episode? It is Narg. Now I have to Google it because I have to find out. Errand of Mercy. Good episode, by the way. Is that the one they give the definitely not Native Americans muskets? No. The definitely not Native American muskets. I don't remember that episode. It's destroy Voth ships. Are they in the Undine zone or are they any place, Cliff? Do we have to do it in the battle zone or can we go anywhere? Because anywhere, we got a solution. Anywhere. Okay, we are going to do the patrol aftermath in the Nasordan area. I do believe that is the Voth one, correct? The weapons burned when they stopped. Yeah, that was the Organian one. Everybody to Aftermath, the Nasordan system on patrol on advanced. And wait till
Okay.
Cliff gets here before we start killing things. That was actually a really good episode. Cliff, it's a patrol, Aftermath, very first one on the all list. Yeah, no, the Organians would politely explain to the Borg, it's okay, we'll handle it from here, and de-assimilate them. Chris, are you joining us? There you are. Okay. Let us shoot things. Let us do some pew-pew. Probably works better if I put it in game mode. Star Trek, the original series episode where the crew deals with muskets is a private little war. Oh, that one, yeah. Was that the one with the Mugato? Mugato? Yeah, so much for that non-violation or non-interference thing. Oh, yeah, well, we're not going to interfere, but just because they're interfering, we get to interfere. I don't think it works that way.
I mean, if they interfered first, it's like they shot first, so I'm justified to shoot back. You know.
I mean, there is an episode of TNG where they say we can't interfere even though this whole planet's basically going to die. But the policy is we don't get to interfere, and that's just like brutal, in my opinion.
I mean, on one hand, I get where they were coming from because you could contaminate the development of a less advanced species that doesn't know better, and they might start treating you like a god, and that's a whole
And
other
that
headache
actually
to
appears
deal
in
with.
one episode
That's.
too. So,
But
who
on the
watches
other
the episode?
hand, are you okay sitting and watching a civilization die, knowing you could have prevented
Yeah,
it?
yeah, that would be a really tough one.
Because I'm having moral issue here. Like,
Yep.
it's not about, oh, we're superior, we don't want to interfere, break their development. But if you don't interfere, they'll be dead. So there's nothing to interfere. So what's the point?
Oh, yeah, I think it could be argued as, just awful. Break the
Plus,
Box
you
says
could
part of
start
the Prime
trying.
Directive should be allowing harm to come to others through inaction is worse than interfering. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, it's like, um, you could still try to devise an idea how to intervene. If it's an asteroid situation, that a big asteroid is going to smack him in the face and cause an extinction level event. You can just blow it out of orbit from a perspective they won't see what happened. They just see big explosion and whatever.
Yep.
And that's it. They don't have to see a starship that will completely avert their development or whatever
I'm not
else.
arguing. I think there's ways you can write your way around it and maintain some humanity of your characters, but allowing
Yeah, like
entire
I don't know.
civilizations to die because the rules say we
If it's a
can't.
if it's a famine, you can just introduce some sort of a non-invasive way of distributing medicine, like I don't know, introducing an edible vaccine and
Yeah, there should
somehow
be a
put
way
it
to do
into
it.
their food, whatever.
Well, Data
Still
goes down
ways.
to that one planet and puts something in the water to prevent the radiation sickness. Admittedly, the
Yeah,
radiation was caused by interference of the observers and whatever it was, the stuff was found and contaminated the water supply, blah, 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 blah. So they were only curing their own problem. But getting back to Data for a second. If
still
he does have
possibility.
a positronic neural net, that means in theory at least he's got the 4 rules. And one of them, or all of them, are basically that he can do nothing to harm humanity, either through action or inaction, allow them to come to harm. So why does that not mess with him more than it does? Because it doesn't mess with him. Can he override his programming just by going, but it's okay this time?
I suppose he has normal logic thinking where he adapts to
It,
new conditions when they're being provided, new
but that
context when it's
overrides
being
his
learned.
integrated programming, which, if you go back to Asimov, he tried to make that such a fundamental part of the programming that they couldn't override it. By the way, I'm going to backtrack here. Break the Box says, we are trying to slog through TOS in my girlfriend's first watch through, but she hates Shatner so much.
Not thrilled about the guy myself.
It is hard to watch anything when you really don't like the actor. I do not like Tom Cruise, and I do not watch anything he's in.
Oh,
I just can't. I'm
preaching
sorry.
to the
So I
choir.
totally get the William Shatner thing, and I had to do security for him once, and it was painful. Ugh. I wasn't even anywhere near him, and was still just ugh, ugh.
Wait, who?
William Shatner. He was at a convention I was at, and I was part of the security detail. Just keeping people away 600 feet so he could walk. And one of the other guys says, "Yeah, his ego takes up that nice 600-foot bubble around him." It was a while ago.
I'm sure that ego bubble got inflated with the recent events. So.
Probably.
Yeah, I was never super into TOS, mostly because of Shatner, right? Because like, I love Nimoy, I love the other actors, but
DeForest Kelly and George Takei and Walter Koenig
oh
and Nichelle
yeah,
Nichols. They were all
George
wonderful.
Takei was really wonderful. Yeah, It still is.
Yeah, Walter Koenig, I think he's at the upcoming STLV, but when he's going to conventions, he advertises them and goes, "Hey, come and see us while we're still alive." I'm like,
Oh
oh
my
my
god,
God,
so
that's
sweet,
brutal.
but that's just brutal. He's such a sweet guy, but that's really just.
It's intense.
Ouchies.
How about we do one more? Cliff, do you have anything else for us? Exismer, one of my faves in TOS. I'm a nurse. I'm going to assume that's an I'm, not an am. A nurse, chapel in Uhura. Yeah, Uhura. Absolutely Uhura. Data was a real android. That probably would be an issue, but Dr. Sung made Data and lore more human than machine, so his humanity side overrides programming. Okay. Uh, the thing I loved about Uhura
Yeah,
and that I thought they did brilliantly is they didn't go, hey, we have a black woman on the bridge. They just have a person on the bridge. They don't discuss her skin color, they don't discuss her gender. That's just her job, and it's taken as such a non thing that it's not a thing. And so it's an expectation. Anybody can be here. It's just like,
yeah, they're
whoa.
showing that this is so normal that they don't even notice the
Yeah,
difference or
exactly.
whatsoever, and there is no difference really. It's just a human that has things based on their biology and genetics. What can you do about this? It's the same kind of person. So why make a fuss about it? It was definitely way ahead. What Break the Box is talking about? Was it Break the Box? Who spoke about Data?
Oh, that was Ho Ho.
Um, that basically I think he had this adaptiveness into him, built into his programming that made him like, you know, his programming wasn't set in stone. It was adaptive based on the
Mm-hmm.
context and based on the learning he's going through.
Yeah,
So it was never something that was non-negotiable rule inside of him
right.
in terms of like
So
he would always abide by it no matter what.
if you've ever seen the movie I, Robot, which is also a Will Smith movie, making the circle come around,
Oh
in
God.
there it was so easy for somebody to reprogram the androids to basically not pay attention to the 3 laws of robotics, technically the 4 laws, which ruins the entire point that Asimov was trying to make of this would have to be such an integral part of their programming that it's not possible to break it. And of course, then for
Yeah.
the point of the movie, they immediately broke it. You, go read the books, people. Before you make these stupid movies, read the books. Or make a different movie. Break the Box. Random thought on Chekhov, but I thought a nice way to send him off in the Kelvin verse would be to say that he got that aging thing they encountered in TOS and stayed old and have Koenig cameo it. Ooh, that's actually kind of brilliant. Would have been very cool. Shall we throw in, what haven't we done? Something Borg and fast. We could do Hive or we could do Infected. Does either work for anybody or anyone dislike either?
Yep, don't care.
Uh, Hive work for
Can do a
everyone?
5. Yeah,
Yeah,
why not?
that's good.
Okay, Hive is good. We are cute. Wee woo.
Yeah, we would.
No show tonight because I'm going to class unless it keeps raining. Oh, which is not going to because I can look out to the west there and it's clear skies. So no show tonight. Should have a show tomorrow. And Friday night we are going to finish up season 1 of Primal and get into season 2. So grab your popcorn and your beer or your wine or your soda pop or whatever you're drinking and join us for Primal at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time on Friday night. Right, Taz?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Taz is in
No,
charge of
he's
this one.
awake.
Yeah, he's awake. He's just stuffing the
Yes,
potato
Billy,
dumplings.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
The dumplings have not
Okay.
hit him yet.
Strangely enough.
Yes. Yep, there we go. I just noticed something though in this tune. I'll pop it up here really quick. So this is my Jem'Hadar, and obviously I've done something with this Jem'Hadar I hadn't realized. If I'm scrolling down here, he's got 11 million in GPL. What the heck did he do? How do you get 11 million
Right.
in GPL?
You try to
Wait.
get rid of your GPL.
And I probably
So
got a
you put
Dabo
it.
when I was gambling like 100,000 or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Did you have that DOF that drops 1 GPL for every ground kill? Yes, but not on this tune. That's a lot of GP. That's a lot of ground kills. 11 million ground kills. I don't think so. Well, let's see if
If
we
you
can
had
do
that
this before the commercial
particular
starts.
dwarf in the Winter Wonderland,
I think I've got the tribble for it also. There is a tribble who drops GPL. Is there a tribble who drops to lithium?
The
Lithium,
trouble that
yes.
drops Zen.
Ooh.
Just asking for a friend.
I wish there was.
But if you happen to know one, I'll print a
Send him your way.
suggestion.
Introduce him. Speaking
Yeah,
of Zen, I did notice that Pi mentioned this the other day that some of his offers on the exchange have started to come through after 4 or 5 months. And I'm like, well, mine haven't, and then immediately found some of mine have come through. So somebody's buying up Zen and leaving, or sorry, buying up lithium and leaving Zen behind. Again, if I ever won the lottery and had ridiculous amount of money to spend, I would completely ruin the Zen exchange. Buy a ton of Zen, get all the lithium out of there, take it back to the good old days where 250 for Zen was reasonable, not 500. You're too lazy to farm, Dill? So I have 4 accounts. 2 of them were Ed's accounts that after he passed away I started playing. And just to make my life easier, I'm merging a lot of the tunes onto this account. But I can't get rid of some of them because they have millions of dilithium that's unrefined. And you don't realize if you don't pay attention, it just builds up if you play the same tune over and over and over and over and over. Did we kill her already? No, there.
No, still with the gherkin.
Okay. Okay, now we'll kill her. There she is. Yeah, feed back my butt.
Yeah,
That's
I saw
not
that.
happening. That is so not happening.
I had my finger on the cancellation button. I'm really ready.
Now I'm watching the numbers going down. I'm not worried about this one today. Well, that was short, sweet, and well executed. We have a commercial coming up here, so I will let the commercial roll here. The next 2 weeks, Tuesdays are going to be a little weird because reasons, which I'll explain more in detail later. And also my son's birthday, and he wanted to go to dinner. I'm not sure if we're going on Monday or Tuesday. And I'm sorry, guys, I love you, but he's my boy. So we're going out to dinner. But it's also the same weekend as, or sorry, the same week as Mother's Day. And so we used to go out for his birthday / Mother's Day on Sunday. Those of you in the States know that this is a bad idea. Every restaurant is filled. I mean, filled. Tons of people, and it's crowded, and it's noisy. So we now started doing it a couple of days after that, which makes life a little bit easier. But a lot of restaurants are closed on Mondays here, which puts everything onto Tuesdays. So Tuesdays might be weird for the next 2 weeks, but we'll have an extra show either Monday or Wednesday those 2 weeks. And then I have to get serious about class. It's all this stuff. Life just keeps rolling at us. All right. Does anybody need to go do dinos?
No.
Need is one word I would never use in this context.
Okay, just asking. I was ready to go down there and run interference and make their life better.
Yeah, I still need dinos, but I'll take care of that later.
Oh,
I'm not worried
oh.
about it right now.
You only got 5 hours to take care of it, so.
Yeah, no rush.
Yeah, the first day of it was so bad because I was going to go to class and come do it later in the evening. I thought, nah, class isn't going to happen because of the tornado alarm or warnings. So I get down to the first ground map and start working on a zone. and realized this is going to take forever because I'm one of 2 people in the zone. So jumped over to a different instance. Okay, this is better. It's like 60% done. Start working on it. And it goes from 60 to 95 way too fast. And I can't even get it to Dinosaur Land in time to tackle the dino. Son of a gun. Third time I finally got it. That was not fun. And then the maps would be so full, the instance would be full, people would just be spawn camping, so nothing was happening in terms of progression. So yesterday, while I was watching 10 Forward, I went down there and I'm just trying to kill zones so people could get their dinos, and I didn't have to go worrying them about it. Which was fine, a little boring, but it was fine.
Oh.
And doing some ship leveling. So Apulu Felgar was on last night, and we were doing some ship leveling. He was having issues with a new tune not being able to level a ship very efficiently. I think his tune was level 12. So does anybody know for sure if the level of your tune affects your ability to master a ship?
Yes.
It does. Okay. Because you don't have the space to carry enough XP?
Peace, maybe, I don't know.
No, it's just slower. I've tried it to on this tune. Actually, I was trying to level the ship she's in when I first made her, and it took forever. Like normally, if you're 50 or higher, you can do it in like 2
Yeah.
patrols. But yeah, no, not when you're low level. Not at
Okay.
all. I don't know why. I don't know what's
I
affecting it.
keep thinking that you have X amount of room for XP until you reach the next level, but you should, when you get the XP, you should be able to go up a level. I mean, it should automatically happen. Like if you're running patrols, Ed and I ran patrols one day to level a tune from out of the academy to 65. And the total elapsed time just doing patrols with him there was about 97 minutes. And I'm taking out the time that we had to spend unloading the ships from all the loot we were harvesting. But I wonder if it's because he was a level 65 and was able to carry me through a lot of it. But good to know that it's not Apulu. I will send him a message so he knows that. If you're not listening, Apulu.
If you take a low level character and join it
Mm-hmm.
with a high level character and
Yeah.
you match your squad leader's level, you
Mhm.
get more experience.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Well, let's go raid somebody who is out there this morning. Obviously, we can't go raid WulfeGrey because he raided us already. Let's go here. All these clicks to get around on this map. Who is out there this morning? Well, nobody on that map. Let's see here. Oh, Lexington and Briga. We haven't raided Briga in a long time. Let's make sure that he's running. Yep. Next screen, please, Briga. There we go. He is right doing that. So I've started a raid over there. On behalf of everybody here at Moopsy, welcome to the Moopsyverse. I hope you all have a great day. Not on tonight. Stay hydrated. Take care of yourselves. And as we like to say around here, stay moopsome.
Hey, Moopsy.
Who are you?
We are the knights who say...
Moopsy.